Good evening. I am Tanisha Laverne Graham, reporting live from the red carpet at Radio City Music Hall here in New York City for the 73rd Annual Tony Awards. And taking center stage tonight is two of my favorite productions, Choir Boy and The Temptations. Ain't Too Proud, which has 12 Tony nominations. It is also going to be an historic night if Camille A. Brown takes home the Tony Award for Best Choreography for her amazing work in Choir Boy. If Camille A. Brown wins the Tony Award tonight, super duper historic. She will be the first African American woman to win a Tony Award in this category. Stay tuned for the Tony Awards on CBS, 8 o'clock p.m. This is an amazing Tony Awards red carpet. I am just filled with so much excitement to interview this wonderful human being right here, Camille A. Brown, who's nominated tonight for a Tony Award for Best Choreography. If you win, it's a historical moment. She will be the first African-American woman to win a Tony Award in this category. We're still out here making first.
Still out here making first.
Talk to me a little bit about that, though, and what that means to you and your legacy.
It means that I get to thank the women that come before me and lift up the people that are next to me and hopefully be a reflection to younger black girls that want to choreograph.
And we definitely need that. Talk to me a little bit about your earlier years, your primary care years, and, what did you see on the television screen or in a Broadway show that just gave you that, oh my God, like Mom and Dad, y'all got to figure out a way to get me to do this job.
Right. I mean, it's the combination of music, art, history, love, storytelling. I love storytelling, and the fact that everything comes together inside of theater is something that's a dream. And I was always a very shy child. I have a small voice, as you can tell. My voice was even smaller about 20 years ago, so I was very insecure about speaking. So when I did look at the television, it was an opportunity for me to share my voice and possibly have tap into a power that I may otherwise not have been able to use.
Wow, what was the first live show you saw?
First live show. I think Hansel and Gretel at the Met.
Hansel and Gretel. My parents took me to see Babes in Toyland.
Oh, I remember Babes in Toyland. Yes.
Yeah, me and my sister, we were going off. Babes in
Toyland.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. I mean, people don't understand the significance and the power that film, music, culture, that all of it has. Talk to me a little bit about how we could just really inspire, young people to stay in the arts and get those key decision makers to keep the arts in public schools.
Yes, I mean, the storytelling, I came from LaGuardia High School, which is a public school, but it's also a specialized school.
Wait, I saw that, not to cut you off, but I saw on Facebook was going crazy.
What was Facebook doing?
They were so excited. People were like, oh my gosh, she went to LaGuardia. I went there too.
Yeah. Absolutely. And it was an opportunity for us every day to dig into what we loved as kids. So what does that mean? It means that the world can be wonderful for all of us. We are all things. We are dimensional. And it's an opportunity for us to tap into all of our powers, not just one that we maybe feel like we have to assimilate into, but something that we can choose for our own.
Right. We've had some amazing people come before us. Josephine Baker is an icon. Katherine Dunham, icon. If those two ladies were standing across from you right now, what would you like to say to them?
I would thank them. There are always struggles. There will always be, but they went through a lot for all of us, and they moved. What did they say? They moved it just even further. So I still have to work as hard, but from exhaustion, they are the reason why I'm here.
Wow.
So I want to thank them for their exhaustion and their strength and their power and their resilience, because without them, I would not be able to see a reflection of who I could possibly be.
That is absolutely powerful. I have one last question for you. Have you ever sat in the theater after the show has finished and the lights have gone down and it's just you and that moment that you helped create?
I have. And
what was that like?
Well, I do it a lot, so it kind of, sometimes I'm crying.
Oh,
I mean,
wow.
it's just so moving. I never would have thought, because like I said, you said Josephine Baker and Katherine Dunham. When I wanted to be a choreographer, the reflections of black women were so few and far between. So to sit in the theater and to be nominated today, knowing that it has been 23 years since a black woman has been nominated in this category. Marlise Yerby. I don't know if I have been able to eloquently put the words together for how that feels.
Yeah.
But I think that it is important for me to honor the people that come before me, and the best way we do that is to be our true, authentic selves.
There we go, ladies. Thank you so much. Camille A. Brown, nominated this evening for a Tony Award for Best Choreography for Choir Boy. When you win, because I'm claiming she's going to win, she will be the first African-American woman to win in that category. Congratulations. I'm speechless right now. You guys know I rarely talk about what are you wearing, who are you wearing, but my God.
Thank you.
Look at this beauty right here. One of my absolute favorite all-time Broadway actresses. I'll never forget how I felt like I was floating in The Color Purple, sitting in that audience. You really brought everybody to tears. Talk to me a little bit about what diversity and inclusion means to you today. We're celebrating Pride. It's the 73rd Annual Tony Awards, and we're still having first. We're still having first, with Camille A. Brown being nominated for Best Choreography. If she wins, making history as a first.
Really incredible. Like, I don't know how she does what she does, but she's one of my favorites. She just is. She's incredible. And like a lovely woman, just lovely.
Wow.
Gorgeous. She's one of the most talented choreographers I've ever met. Brilliant.
So what does it mean to you when you see women who look like us in the space, as we celebrate Pride today, see people of different backgrounds in the space? The diversity and inclusion piece is a really big deal. Talk to me a little bit about that.
Well, to me, it means everything, because I don't believe that we can have a truly interesting or fun or learned time if we don't have people who aren't like ourselves, if we don't have a mix of different types of people. And to see women that look like us in this space taking up some room is just, for me, electric. It means I can look over my shoulder and go, oh, I know that person. Oh, I know her. It feels like seeing like family with you, and it feels like we get to be in the room now, and that's really important, because no one can tell our stories like we can, and so the only way in order to tell those stories authentically is if we get to be at the table telling them as well. So we just need more, that's all.
In the room in the very big way, I have to go back to The Color Purple, because that was just so phenomenal and so well done. And I always wanted to ask you, because I didn't get a chance to do press on that, I don't know where I was, but what resonated with you when you got the call that you were going to be a part of this iconic Broadway production?
Well, so I did the show first in London, and then they decided that they wanted to take it to Broadway, and I thought they were joking, because I didn't know that was even a possibility. And so when I realized that was what we were doing, I think I fell over a little bit. I switched my phone off that day because I didn't know how to respond. I had to process the whole thing, because it was a massive, massive dream coming true. And I thought just being a part of it was a dream. I wanted to tell the story. I don't know why. It was in my gut. It was like in my heart, and I wanted to be a part of it. And to be able to do that on stage was just like, nothing I could ever have imagined. And for it to have gone the way it did, completely unexpected. And more than
I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you. Thank you so much. Continue blessings. Thank you. Thank you. Tanisha Laverne Grant, blackinamerica.com.